Hello and welcome to Newswatch at 11. I'm Serena DeVanzo. Earlier today, we reported on what the FBI is now calling an attempted assassination on former President Donald Trump. We have statements from local leaders coming up, but first, we want to give you some background. The Secret Service says shots were fired in his vicinity at his golf course in West Palm Beach, Florida this afternoon. Trump was golfing at the time and said he heard popping sounds. This is the second assassination attempt of the former president. In July, he was shot at a rally in Pennsylvania where a retired firefighter was killed and 2 others were injured. ABC News has more.
Tonight, another security scare involving former President Trump and what's being investigated as a possible assassination attempt. Sources telling ABC News a man with an assault-style rifle was near the golf course as Donald Trump was playing.
They have an agent that jumps one hole ahead of time to where the president was at. And he was able to spot this rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and immediately engage that individual, at which time the individual took off. In the bushes where this guy was is an AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro.
The former president was not injured. Sources telling ABC News that around 2 p.m., Secret Service personnel saw a suspect who appeared to be aiming an assault-style rifle. The Secret Service fired shots at the suspect, who dropped the rifle and fled. He was later captured a short distance away on a nearby highway. The Martin County Sheriff's Office sharing this picture of the car on the side of the road surrounded by police.
The threat level is high. We have increased the amount of assets that we've supported. So we live in danger times.
The FBI is now leading the investigation as authorities attempt to determine what exactly took place and why the man was at the golf course with the rifle. Officials saying the rifle has been recovered. This all comes as the Secret Service continues to face criticism and scrutiny after a man attempted to assassinate Trump at that Pennsylvania rally in July. Trump and 2 others injured and a volunteer firefighter killed.
According to ABC News, law enforcement officials said that the man who pointed the rifle and that was arrested is Ryan Wesley Routh. President Biden has also released a statement saying that he has been briefed on the attempt. That statement says, quote, "I have been briefed by my team regarding what federal law enforcement is investigating as a possible assassination attempt of former President Trump today. A suspect is in custody, and I commend the work of the Secret Service and their law enforcement partners for their vigilance and their efforts to keep former president and those around him safe," end quote. We want to make this story a bit more local now and bring in some reactions from local elected officials and party leaders. The West Virginia Democratic Party has released a statement this evening saying that violence opposes our democratic values. Party Chair Mike Pushkin said in part, quote, "I unequivocally condemn the latest attempted attack on former President Donald Trump. Violence and assassination are antithetical to democratic values that define our nation. In moments like these, it is crucial to remember that political disagreements must be resolved through dialogue, not through acts of hatred or violence. My thoughts are with the former president and his family during this time." The West Virginia Republican Party has also released a statement. Chairman Mike Heritage says in part, quote, "As details continue to unfold, and despite initial conflicting reports, it has become clear that this afternoon brought another assassination attempt against former President Trump. This, the second such incident in the matter of weeks, must stop. The continual lies and villainization of President Trump certainly played a role in this behavior, and that must end too. In America, we go to the polls to settle policy and ideological disagreements. That is healthy. That is normal. What we've now experienced twice since July is unacceptable, and we should all do our part to lower the temperature and pray for this type of senseless violence ceases to continue," end quote. Governor Jim Justice has also released a statement. He says that it isn't just an attack on Trump, but an attack on everything we stand for. That statement reads in part, quote, "Once again, my prayers are with President Trump and his family as they endure what appears to be a second assassination attempt on his life. This is not just another attack on President Trump, but an assault on everything we stand for as a democracy. We need to stand strong and remain united in the face of these threats." Attorney General Patrick Morrisey released a statement on X. That statement reads, quote, "We must condemn all political violence and ensure those responsible for these violent acts face justice, praying for the safety of President Trump and his family during this time." Senator Joe Manchin also released a statement on X. That says, quote, "I'm thankful that former President Trump is safe following today's assassination attempt. As Americans, we must denounce all forms of political violence in the strongest possible terms. There is no place for this in our country." Senator Shelley Moore Capito releasing a statement as well. Her statement reads, quote, "Relieved to hear that President Trump is safe and unharmed following this second assassination attempt. I am grateful for our brave law enforcement that acted quickly on the scene. There is absolutely no place in our country for this type of violence." This is an ongoing investigation, and Newswatch will keep you updated as we learn more.